Welcome to Coin Explorer. Today we're about to peel back the layers on a coin that might seem ordinary, maybe even forgettable, but beneath its modest surface lies a mystery, a history, and possibly a fortune. This is the 1999 South African R1 coin. And what you're about to discover may just change the way you see your pocket change forever. At first glance, the 1999 R1 coin looks like just another piece of currency. It's round, silver in color, and carries the usual markings you'd expect. On one side, a proud springbok leaps gracefully through the grass. On the other, the South African coat of arms anchors the design in national pride. But beneath the nickel-plated copper surface is a tale that most people have never heard. One that transforms this coin from spare change into something far greater, a symbol of history, rarity, and possibly unimaginable value. And no, we're not here to make unrealistic promises. We're here to explore a real-world, numismatic mystery that's got collectors buzzing around the globe. The year that changed everything. To understand why this coin is so special, we have to go back to 1999. A defining year for South Africa. It was a time of transition. Nelson Mandela, the beloved father of the nation, stepped down as president. A new chapter was beginning under Thabo Mbeki. The entire country was holding its breath, poised between the legacy of the past and the hope of a new future. And in the middle of this historic moment, the South African Mint continued its work, producing coins that carried more than just monetary value. They were pieces of a changing nation's identity. Yet something curious happened during that year. Something that makes the 1999 R1 coin stand out from the rest. A coin surrounded by mystery collectors and historians began to notice that the 1999 R1 coin wasn't appearing as frequently as other years. It seemed scarce. Some theorized it had a much lower mintage than the years before or after. Others whispered about striking anomalies, design variations, minor errors, or even unannounced trial pieces. But here's the twist. The South African Mint has never officially confirmed any special issue or ultra-low mintage for this coin. That's right. No press release, no commemorative packaging, no catalogued variety. Just a few reports, a growing number of numismatists getting curious, and a market that suddenly began to treat this coin as a sleeping giant. The anatomy of rarity. So what makes a coin rare? It isn't always about age, it's about availability, and it's about the story it tells. With the 1999 R1, the clues are subtle, and that's what makes it so thrilling. Some versions have been found with shifted legends, slight font variations in the word rand, or a springbok that seems slightly off-center. These might seem like small things, but in the world of coin collecting, these are the breadcrumbs that lead to treasure. Because each difference, each imperfection, could mark a different die, a rare strike, or an early minting experiment. And when rarity meets historical timing, the year Mandela steps down, it creates a perfect storm of collectability. The coin's physical identity. Let's talk details. The 1999 R1 coin is made from nickel-plated copper, giving it that smooth, silvery luster. It weighs approximately 5 grams and has a diameter of 23 millimeters. The reverse features the famous springbok, a national symbol of South Africa, leaping with natural elegance. The obverse side shows the coat of arms, under which the year 1999 is inscribed. Just above it, you'll find Suid-Afrika, Afrikaans for South Africa. And here's something fascinating. South Africa rotates the language of the country name on its coins each year across its 11 official languages. That means your 1999 coin might say Suid-Afrika, or perhaps South Africa, Afrika Borwa, or even Esewula Africa. Some believe that certain language variants from this year are far less common and potentially far more valuable. The case that shocked collectors. Now let's revisit a story that lit a fire under the coin collecting community. In 2023, a numismatist in the UK was going through a batch of old coins he'd acquired from an estate sale. Among them, a seemingly ordinary 1999 1 rand coin. But something caught his eye. The springbok on this coin appeared ever so slightly misaligned. Curious, he sent it off for professional grading. When the results came back, the coin was rated MS-68, near flawless condition. The grading experts noted not only its incredible preservation, but also a distinct variation in the die design. That coin went on to be listed in an international auction, where collectors from 3 continents battled to own it. The final estimated value? Well into the 6-figure range in US dollars. We're talking the kind of value that starts in the thousands, leaps into the lakhs, and brushes against millions. Could you be holding one? So the big question is, could you be sitting on one of these coins? Well, here's the exciting part. These coins were part of circulated currency. They weren't sold in mint sets or special proof collections. That means they were out there, in shops, in tills, in the hands of everyday people. Some of them might still be lying forgotten in a drawer, tossed in a jar of foreign coins, or tucked away in an old wallet. So if you have a stash of South African coins, especially from the 1990s, now is the time to inspect them. Look for 1999. Check the lettering, the image alignment, and the overall condition. And if it looks unusually perfect, or shows something a bit off, you might be onto something. What makes it valuable? Let's be clear. Not every 1999 1 rand coin is worth a fortune. Most are still just face value. But here's where value comes in. 1. Condition. Coins in near mint or uncirculated condition, especially those graded MS-65 or higher, command much higher prices. 2. Rarity. Coins with limited mintage, die variations, or production errors are far more valuable. 3. Historical context. The Mandela transition year adds emotional and historical significance. 4th. Language variance. Some language inscriptions may be rarer than others, especially if paired with design anomalies. So, while one coin might be worth a few cents, another, nearly identical to the naked eye, could be worth more than a luxury car. How to get it graded? Think you have something special. Don't just guess. Get it professionally graded. Services like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, and NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, offer expert evaluations that can confirm authenticity, assess condition, and assign a formal grade. A coin graded at MS-67 or MS-68 can easily be valued exponentially higher than an ungraded version. And if it features any sort of recognized anomaly or mint error, the price could soar even further. The global craze for African coins. African coins have become an emerging hotspot in the numismatic world. While many collectors focused for years on American, European, or Asian coins, a new wave of interest has surged toward African currency, especially from countries like South Africa, Zimbabwe, and Ghana. Why? Because these coins often carry powerful historical stories, transitions, revolutions, declarations of independence, and cultural shifts. The 1999 1 rand coin sits right in the middle of one such turning point, and collectors are now scrambling to find and preserve pieces of that past. A coin that tells a story. What makes the 1999 1 rand coin truly special isn't just its possible value, it's the story it tells. A story of a nation evolving, a story of silent details, in font, strike, language, and finish, that make a coin go from currency to legacy. A story that might be lying in your home right now, waiting to be discovered. That's what makes coin collecting so magical. It's not about hoarding metal, it's about unlocking history, and in some cases, uncovering something that could change your life. So here's your challenge. Dig out your coins, look closely, study the years, examine the languages, and when you find that 1999 1 rand, don't toss it aside. Because sometimes value isn't just measured in dollars. It's measured in the stories we uncover, the history we preserve, and the unexpected treasures that find their way to us when we least expect it. Thank you for watching, fellow coin explorers. If this story sparked your curiosity, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who might just be sitting on a hidden gem. And remember, sometimes the smallest coins carry the biggest secrets. Until next time, happy hunting.